two French tourists are facing a 6-year jail time because they were planning to take home sand from the beach in Sardinia, Italy. Weird, right? Today we are talking about the things that you can't do in Europe. Welcome to our channel. Let's say that you are on your vacation in Mallorca in Spain with your family. During the late afternoon walk around, you are feeling a little bit thirsty and you want to buy some water, but there is no store around. You spotted a guy with a backpack and a couple of bags in his hands coming towards you. So, basically, that's a win-win situation. You will quench your thirst and he will earn some money. Everything seems completely fine, and you just continue to chat with your family until you heard stop. When you turn around, there's a police officer ready to inspect your ID or passport. Okay, you think, probably just some random check. Then he asks you, where did you buy that water? You tell him that you got the water from the street vendor just a couple of minutes ago, and then he gives you a piece of paper on which it mentioned that you are going to pay €100 fine, cause you bought from the illegal street vendor. Don't be surprised if something similar happens to you while you're spending time in Mallorca. In this region, lawmakers have published a list of 50 banned actions with penalties ranging from €100 to €3,000. And they are not alone. All across Europe, there are penalties for inappropriate behavior. In the center of Milano, selfie sticks were recently banned, as well as glass bottles and food trucks, because authorities try to limit littering and antisocial behavior. It is a much better idea to ask a fellow tourist to take photos of you. We are still in Italy. There is a law that prohibits anyone to sit on Rome's Spanish steps, as well as wading in the Trevi fountain. Also, you can be fined if you are wearing flip-flops in Cinque Terre. It's completely okay to protect your cultural heritage from vandalism and inappropriate behavior, but do you think it is okay to fine people because they want to wear flip-flops? Liked or not, your dress code needs to be aligned with the requirements. Oh, the sand thief. We almost forgot. In Sardinia, a 2017 law made it illegal to remove sand, shells, and pebbles, with fines of up to €3,000. If you want to bring something home, trust us, the souvenirs are much cheaper in the store. If you cross the Adriatic Sea and decide to stay in nearby Croatia and the island city of Hvar, be careful what you are wearing in public. A woman was fined €600 for wearing the bikini on the street. The same thing goes for Split, a small coastal town just across the island of Hvar. Also, lewd, rude, and drunken tourists are subjected to penalties, so be careful how you behave there. Since we are still in the water territories, let's talk about Portugal's bizarre law on the books, saying that you can get into trouble if coastal guards see that you use ocean as a toilet. We cannot say that this is total nonsense. Actually, it makes sense at all, but who will ever find out? And how? If you want to have a touch of nature while releasing your body waste when in Portugal, maybe it's a better idea to do it in the woods, rather than the ocean. In nearby France, if you want to visit public pools and beaches in some places, you are required to wear speedos and tight swimsuits. There are no fines or anything similar, but you will not be allowed to enter the beach or the public pool if you don't have the required swimming outfit. This comes into the practice more because of hygienic reasons than anything else, because you are sharing pools with fellow swimmers. And as per the local health authorities, there are more chances that you can carry germs and bacteria if you are wearing baggy outfits while swimming. If you are traveling by train through France, be careful in which train you are entering. Even if you paid the ticket and enter the right train, you can be fined up to €100 for entering the wrong train as per the conductor. There is also a law on the books since 1910 in which it states that kissing on train platforms is prohibited. The reason for that? It holds up commuters and rail delays, So forget about the romance if you are using a train in France, or at least be fast and try not to be spotted. Nobody likes to wear fake stuff, right? Not really. Be aware that you can get fined well if you enter France, Austria, or Ireland with the obvious counterfeit goods. Leave your fake Rolex or Louis Vuitton bags at home if you are going to visit these countries. If you are ready to pay up to €300,000 for bringing them in, then you have the green light from us. Some other countries like Germany, Belgium, and Croatia are not going to penalize you, but they will destroy the goods. If you are the type of person that likes to drive everywhere while on vacation, we have some news for you. Driving in sandals and flip-flops is prohibited in most of Europe, and you can be fined up to €1,000 if you decide to do so. This makes sense at all, since you are putting your life and life of the people around you at risk because you don't feel like wearing proper footwear today. It is also illegal to run out of fuel on the highway in Germany. Yes, you heard right. So make sure that your fuel tank is topped off before you go for a ride. The same thing goes if you are a pedestrian or cyclist, or if you're using any vehicle that has a maximum speed of less than 60 kilometers per hour. Do not enter the Autobahn. If you want to drive through France, make sure that you are carrying a breathalyzer in the car. Although the spot fine of €11 is not anymore carried out by the government, it remains against the law. If you like to spend time in the nature and to enjoy long hikes, then the Swiss Alps are real deal for you. Although, try not to hike naked. In 2011, a Swiss court made it illegal to hike naked. The case came about after the German man strode nude past a family picnicking in the Swiss Alps. Weird thing is that the naked hiking had become increasingly popular in the years before the court ruling. Still, you can hike in Speedos. And for the end, we have something very special. If you are traveling to England, first of all, try not to be sick, and second, even if you are sick, try not to use the cab. The Public Health Act, Control of Disease, of 1984 makes it illegal to flag down a taxi in England if you have a notifiable disease without telling the driver. Then, as per Public Health Act, the driver can decide whether he wants to take you where you want to go or not. Guess what will happen? Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.